Hello, I'm Stan Hall. Welcome to this edition of the Gwinnett Sports Commission's Get in the Game. In case you haven't heard, we have some exciting news we want to share today. We have a new indoor professional lacrosse team coming to our area, and they'll be playing at the arena at Gwinnett Center. We have two folks as our guests today who will be able to share some of the information about the team and the upcoming season, and we're very excited to share this with our viewers today. Our guests today are Andy Arlotta, who is the co-owner and president of the team, and also Alex Shimke, who is the Director of Media and Player Relations. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, Stan.
Well, first of all, welcome to Gwinnett, welcome to Atlanta, and second of all, why Atlanta? What brought you to Atlanta?
Good question. You know, first off, we're super excited to be here. You know, when we were looking at places to relocate the team, a big part of it was what's the population, what's the arena, and you know, those were two of the main items that we looked at. And with the lacrosse demographic here growing tremendously, I think by 2017 you should have about 18,000 kids playing lacrosse from kindergarten on up. So that was a huge piece of it. But another big piece of it was the arena. The facilities here are outstanding.
Yes.
You know, the people that we've been introduced to at the arena are very welcoming and supportive. And then we've been here throughout the week this week and gotten tremendous support throughout Atlanta and the Northeast Atlanta area.
Alec, I guess being involved in the media as you are, have you had a similar response from the local media here as well?
It's been fantastic. Everyone has welcomed us with open arms. They're excited about the sport, and people here are very knowledgeable about lacrosse. You know, they know the players on our team. They've seen games here in Gwinnett County. So everyone's really excited, and a good reception so far from the local media as far as coverage. And I'm just looking forward to meeting a lot more people in the coming weeks.
Well, absolutely. And from a community standpoint, Andy, and also from a media as well, I can tell you that I've also sensed that same level of excitement on all levels of that. So we are very interested to see how this plays out. I welcomed you to Georgia because it's new for us, but certainly this team isn't new to the league. You are moving to the Atlanta area from Minnesota. Tell us a little bit about the history of the team.
Sure. The team, the Swarm, have been around for 11 years. My father and I purchased the team 7 years ago. This will be our 8th year in ownership, and you know, it's been a great ride, and we're just really excited to be here.
You know, and I think that there's a lot of folks who are somewhat like myself today who may know a little bit about lacrosse but not that much about lacrosse, and then there's people who are watching who are saying what took so long to get them here. But let's sort of talk to that crowd today who may not know as much. Tell us a little bit about the history of lacrosse, not only in the country but sort of about your league, and let's just start that whole conversation.
Sure. The NLL, the National Lacrosse League, is entering its 30th year. We currently have 9 teams in the league, 4 of those being in North America and Canada, 5 in the United States. We anticipate some growth here throughout the States and Canada moving forward. It's, you know, I tell you, it's the fastest game on 2 feet. We're playing the game on NHL rink size arenas, and we're throwing a turf down. We have 5-on-5 with a goalie. It is a lot of transition. You have 20 to 30 goals scored a game. We have a 30-second shot clock, over and back penalty violations. You will also notice that it's you know, we're not just going after the lacrosse demographic. This is a game that you know, it can reach the masses. If you like you know, the physicality of hockey, but also the skill set of you know, basketball with the pick and rolls. And if you like a lot of action, in-game entertainment, this is going to be your sport to watch.
Absolutely. Alec, I'm assuming that you're probably a student of the game as well. Tell us a little bit about I think, Andy, you may have told me this in an earlier conversation, but this is a sport that originated from Native Americans. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, the sport has an amazing history, a Native American sport, and you'll see a lot of Native Americans in our league. And on the Swarm, we have 4 Native Americans, Miles Thompson, who is one of the most household names in lacrosse. The Thompson brothers has a younger brother, Lyle. They played at University at Albany, but it's a very important sport to them culturally. They call it the creators game. hundreds and hundreds of years ago, it was played as a medicine to the Native Americans, a way to settle disputes and really connected their communities. So it has great roots. In Minnesota, we are very active in our Native communities with camps and clinics and helping bring the game back to the Native community, and that's something we look forward to continuing now in the Southeast.
Absolutely. So Andy, there's just make sure I've got this right, there's an indoor league and an outdoor league, correct?
Yep.
What are the basic differences in the two?
Yeah, you're going to, first off, the playing surface. Like I had mentioned, you're going to play on NHL rink size. We're throwing the turf down, as well as how many men you have on the field, 5-on-5 and a goalie. The field game is a few more people than that, a few more players than that. You're also going to see more goals being scored. It's a little bit more fast-paced and a little bit more physicality to it.
Now, your players, is it very comparable, and Alec, maybe this is a question for you since you're involved in the player relations, is it comparable the way you attract your players as and I don't want to call them traditional sports, but maybe the sports that some folks are more familiar with, football, baseball, basketball, do you get your players out of universities and colleges, et cetera?
Yeah, absolutely. Our players are coming from the top D1 colleges on the East Coast, lacrosse powerhouses, Syracuse, Duke, North Carolina, Cornell. The sport is growing so fast, and it's even moving westward now. You saw Denver just won a national title, the first team west, to pick up that honor. So our players are the best lacrosse players in the world. You're seeing a lot of Canadians too that are getting Division I scholarships at these schools because they played indoor lacrosse, and just because of that reason, it's tighter passing lanes, tighter spaces to shoot on. Their skills are that much better, and that's why the box game is so hot right now, and especially even in the Southeast, Atlanta and Gwinnett County, you're seeing box leagues starting up as well as kids are developing their skills. It's great for the younger kids to get touches, especially at the young age.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have talked about how exciting the game is. I think you actually brought a clip of an example of a game that you had. Let's take a look at that and see really how exciting the game is based on this example we have today.
The NLL is unique to watch because it's a mix of many different sports, and it's lacrosse like a lot of people haven't seen it before.
The pace of the indoor game at the professional level is a lot faster.
It's called the fastest game on 2 feet for a reason. The ball's moving extremely fast, the players are super athletic, and the tempo of the game is just, goal after goal after goal. 30-second shot clocks means a lot of chains of possessions. The contact aspect make it just that more exciting.
Be creative, because lacrosse is a creative sport.
Be able to navigate and pick tiny corners in a goal or make tough passes. There's never a dull moment in a lacrosse game. Endless amounts of goals, hard hitting, fighting, aggressive, everything that a spectator would want. Lacrosse is on the rise, and I think this is a great opportunity to see some of the best players in the world.
I'm going to give it my all. I want the fans to see that, because I believe that that's the way that lacrosse should be played.
Something special happens every game, and if you close your eyes for 1 second, you're going to miss it.
Wow, I can see why you think it's an exciting thing to go watch. I haven't seen a professional lacrosse game yet, particularly indoor, so after watching what we just saw, I can't wait to see it. The excitement there is unbelievable.
It is. We're excited to get you out to a game, Stan. It's going to be fun.
I think a lot of people are going to be excited to get out to a game. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, I want to talk about some more things involving the Swarm. We're talking today with folks from the Georgia Swarm, the new indoor lacrosse team, professional lacrosse team that's coming to Gwinnett County in the Atlanta area. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Welcome back to the show. We're talking today about the Georgia Swarm, the new indoor professional lacrosse team that's coming to Gwinnett County and the Atlanta area and will be playing at the arena at Gwinnett Center. Guys, we showed a clip just before the break we took there, and obviously the talent there is incredible. Alec, I know that the league has their draft coming up pretty soon. Tell us a little bit about, preparations, the availability in the pool, et cetera, that's coming up this year.
Yeah, this year's draft it's regarded as one of the deepest, in the history of the league. And we're really excited. We have 4 first-round picks. That's the most in the league. We hold pick number 1, 3, 5, and 6. So we have a great opportunity to strengthen our roster with some young talent. And the thing about our league, too, is the first round and even second-round talent in these drafts, they're ready to step in and play significant roles on teams. And the players in this draft, like I mentioned before, Lyle Thompson, he's a top prospect, brother of Miles Thompson. And you also have a lot of top All-Americans who played in the Final Four in Philadelphia recently, too. So, again, great opportunity to strengthen our roster. And like mentioned, these are the world's best lacrosse players. So the new fans in Gwinnett and Atlanta are going to love watching these kids play.
I'm sure they will. Andy, I know from reading about the team when they were still in Minnesota that you've always had a vested interest in being involved in the community that was very important to your entire organization. And I'm assuming you'll continue that when you come to Atlanta.
Absolutely, and we feel that we've been blessed with this opportunity to be working with the pro sports team, and the importance of really getting engaged in the community has been one of our #1 missions. And with box lacrosse being a newer sport at the youth level, that's one area that we focus on in developing youth box leagues at a local level, and then as well as at a traveling level. So that's one area, but we also get involved in other areas. How can we give back to the community? Again, we feel like that's very important. We need to establish these relationships with the community, and whether we're working at the Ronald McDonald House or whether we're packing bags for Feed My Starving Children, that's the sort of thing that we do, and again, we feel it's important. We've had some major initiatives in the past of really working with the Native communities, this being a Native American sport. We've also felt that that's a key area that we need to give back to, and with the players on our team, it's a great opportunity to get these guys out in there.
Yeah, well, let's get down to some really important things that that the fans are definitely want to know, and that is, when does this season start, and when does it start?
Sure, our season will start in January. It is an 18-game season, 9 home, 9 away. All of our games are on the weekend. So it's
on the weekend?
Yep. It'll be either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday games. They last about 2.5 hours, and it'll go through May, and then playoffs start in mid-May, and hopefully we'll be playing into June.
And Alec, I think following up on Andy's comment about community involvement, that certainly carries over to the games themselves, where you said that this really interactive, I think, between the fans and the game and the players, et cetera. So
yeah, our fans almost feel like they're in the game. It's so family friendly. It's so interactive. Kids absolutely love coming to the NLL professional lacrosse games. I know the families here in Gwinnett are going to love it. It's affordable. It's clean, fun too. Our games actually have music playing all game long too. So
even when the game's going on?
Even when it's going on. The players tune it out, but the fans love it. So people are dancing. We have an amazing goal dance. People get up on their feet and start dancing after goals. So I think it'll be something that people haven't seen in this area, and it'll really bring a great entertainment value to your families.
Well, I want to talk about 2 final things before we close out today. Number 1, I know you have your website already up and running for the area here. Tell us what the website is, Andy.
Sure, you can get information on us and watch some videos at georgiaswarm.com.
And the last thing I want to mention to the folks watching today is that I know that the official announcement about the team coming to Gwinnett and Atlanta is coming up pretty soon. And I think you said that the public was totally invited to that. Tell me a little bit about that date and where they need to go if they want to be a part of that great event.
Sure. It will be July 16th, a Thursday morning, and like you mentioned, we're going to open it up to the public. We hope to get a bunch of the youth lacrosse players here, and a lot of we're going to be bringing in our players as well. We hope to make it a couple-day campaign, maybe put on some clinics and some camps, and really start to engage the community then and with our players.
And you can buy tickets on the website, is that correct?
GeorgiaSwarm.com, yep.
Yeah, great.
Start as low as $20 as well.
Perfect. Well, guys, you have the invitation to be there on the big news being released to the public on an official manner. We hope we'll see everybody out there. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by and spending a little time with us today. We appreciate it. We look forward and are excited about the upcoming season. Welcome to Gwinnett. Welcome to Atlanta.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Dan.
Absolutely. That's all the time we have today. If you have comments or questions about today's show or ideas for future shows, you can reach us at the phone number or the email address shown at the end of the show. I'm Stan Hall. See you next time on Get in the Game.